and welcome back to Dream Daddy. This is Jewel Smith. I tried this game out for Try It Tuesday yesterday, and I want to keep going. Let's keep going. Let's find out what happens in this game. I don't know how long it will take to play, how far in I am. I don't know if it depends on what choices I make or what, but let's find out. We will continue. I am Jay Smith. Usually I call myself Jewel Smith, just like my Twitch and YouTube channels. But since I'm playing as a dude, I just went with Jay. I'm Jay Smith. And yesterday we met everyone in town. We moved to a new neighborhood. I have a teenage daughter who's about to graduate from high school. I'm a single dad. And I've met several other single dads in town. We had a barbecue, and I went on a date with Brian. If I click through the dialogue a little too fast for you, let me know in the chat room. I will try to summarize the salient important points if I see something. There does seem to be a lot of rambling dialogue in this, and I don't know if that's typical of these types of games, if they're parodying those types of games, because this game was created by Game Grumps. If you're familiar with their YouTube channel, if you're not, go check them out, and you'll understand everything. But I don't know if it's like rambly and wordy and lengthy on purpose, or if it's just, maybe that's just not my thing. Maybe it just feels wordy to me. But it just seems like a lot of conversations consist of, oh, really? Well, yes. Oh, I don't know. And now I'm going to pontificate about some irrelevant thing. And you're going to sit here and read me talk for 3 sentences. And then I'm going to say, oh, no. And my goodness. And it just seems like a lot of rambling dialogue sometimes. But anyway, so I'm not going to read every word out loud. That's all I'm saying. But here we are. We're back at home. I think it's the next morning after my date with Brian. I'm doing afternoon word jumbles. The mail truck pulls up. The mail person slides a couple letters through the slot. All right, there's me. I tried to make my character look like Mr. Joel Smith. Which way are you leaning? You mean in the game here? For the dads? I don't know. I liked Brian. I liked Brian a lot. I mean, if it was just me, I think I'd probably go for Brian myself. He's a nice guy. He's outgoing. He's talkative, friendly, big, beardy. I like it. I don't know, just for the sake of playing the game, though, I want to check out a few of the other dads. Maybe the bad boy dad, maybe the Goth-Dad. I want to try to get to the bottom of whatever's going on in the youth pastor's marriage. That seems kind of weird. I mean, he's put up there like he's a love option, but he's married and has kids. So that's a little strange. And I don't know if we've even met if the bad boy dad has any kids. I don't know if we've met his kids. So, I'm still interested in the story of what's going on in this town, not just, trying to romance the different characters, but finding out, like what's been going on with my college buddy since we left college or whatever. Yeah, Mary and Joseph. Yeah, they're a weird couple. I know. Well, I don't want to say weird. I mean, they seem uncomfortable, I guess, is what I mean. If they're just a couple that happens to have an open marriage, or they're pretending to be married so that they can continue working for the church or something like that, that's their business. But I mean, they both seem very uncomfortable and unhappy. And that's what makes it weird to me. That she's in the bar trying to pick up other guys. And that she seems to be an alcoholic who doesn't care where her children are. That's, very, very disturbing to me. That she's just like, he's like, where's the baby? Where's the baby? And she's like, I don't know. Where's the wine? So I don't know what's going on there. I got to figure that out. All right, the monthly art walk in downtown Maple Bay. Not sure what I'm in for. I don't see Damien or Hugo. And I'm uncomfortable around all these fancy art people. Okay, well that's not true for me. And they're not necessarily fancy. There's plenty of artists who aren't, elitist. And we're not talking about New York or something. You're in Maple Bay or whatever the heck this place is. There's probably all kinds of cool outsider art, local artists and stuff. Oh, we ran into Joseph.
Ooh.
Damien invited me to this art walk thing, and I guess he invited you too.
Oh. Oh.
Oh, okay. Here's Hugo and Damien. They just got here. Whoop! They slid in from the side. This reminds me of when I was a kid. I used to have this little toy that was like a little cardboard theater. It was sort of two-dimensional though, but it had like a background, and then it was kind of in a box, but the box was only about an inch deep or so, and it had these little puppets on little knobs, two-dimensionally, like cardboard puppets. And you could put different little stickers or outfits or whatever on them and move them around and put different scenes in the background and move them back and forth in the theater, the little cardboard theater, to do shows and stuff. And I used to play with that when I was a little kid. That's what it reminds me of, the way they slide in and out on the screen. Okay, I can go get cheese and wine with Joseph, or I can talk art with Hugo and Damien. Or I'm going to talk art with Hugo and Damien. Even though the character of Jay is probably going to be all, oh, I'm out of my depth and I don't understand what they're saying. But I think it'd be fun to talk art with them, personally.
Uh-huh.
This artist specializes in landscape painting of locales within the American Northeast. Ah, okay. Cool. Do all of these landscapes look like butts to you guys? Okay, that's a strange thing to say, but all right.
Uh-huh.
It appears that if you are correct.
Oh.
Sometimes the butts are metaphors. Okay. Tiny cheese and wine.
Hey.
Uh-huh.
Shall we visit the next place? Okay. We leave the first gallery, walk a few minutes, and reach another one. This one's a bit more crowded. Huge paintings of, I'm not even sure, hang on the walls. What am I looking at? This is abstract art. More important question is, what does this art mean to you? It's a metaphor for the human condition. It reminds me of my childhood. It represents strife. It's a butt. I'm going to go with it's a butt, since that's what he said the first time.
Oh.
Yeah, that's definitely a butt.
Oh.
Alright, I don't think I'm interested in texting Joseph. I already went on a date with Brian. Let's see what Damien's date is like. Damien Blood March. Let's message him. Hey dude, you seem cool. We should hang out sometime. And typing and typing and typing. Man, is this guy writing a novel? I leave the computer to make some coffee. Hey, some people are like that. They text a lot. And He's still typing. I must confess my excitement to be receiving your kind letter, for as you see, I do find myself available to enjoy your company. I must ask for your forgiveness, however, as I believe our first meeting did not paint me in as gentlemanly a manner as I would have liked. I would be highly flattered to enjoy your companionship at my residence for an afternoon tea and a stroll around my garden, should it please you. Till then, adieu. Yours humbled, D. Bloodmarch. Now, see, I think that's adorable, but the character of Jay, I was saying this yesterday, this game kind of gives Jay a certain personality and seems to, tell you that, dictate to you, the player, that you have only certain responses and a certain outlook about certain things. So it's, it kind of, I don't know, it's a little bit confusing to me because it's like I want to make choices based on what I might do or what I might say or what I might like, but then it doesn't necessarily fit with the character that I seem to be playing. Like, I don't know why Jay here, my character, as he's presented in the game, why he would be interested in Damien. It doesn't seem like it would work. I think Brian would be a good match for him, or, maybe his old college buddy, or, something like that. But, but yeah, me personally, all right, I'd be interested in finding out more about Damien. I make the short walk over to Damien's house. Well, I guess you can't really call it a house. It's more of a manor, estate. The Gothic architecture looms above the other homes in the cul-de-sac. Oh, I love it. He has gargoyles out front. I walk past a couple of gargoyles and look around for a doorbell. Oh, you gotta use the big knocker, man. Ornately carved bat's head door knocker. Oh, yeah, there we go. Dung, dung, dung. Knock on the door. Door slowly creaks open. Oh, I'm loving this. It's a little creepy, but I enter the home, take a few steps into the foyer, noting the oil portraits of who I assume are dead relatives hanging on the wall. As I'm admiring them, the front door slams shut behind me. Hello? Silence. An oil lamp in the corner flickers dimly, casting ominous shadows against the wall. Why do I feel like all the people in these paintings are staring straight at me? Why is it so cold in here? Where's Damien? Shouldn't be cold. They have the fireplace going right there. Jay, pleasure to have you in my home. He's a vampire. He's going to totally bite me, isn't he? Okay, well, that would be a plus. I could be immortal if I dated Damien. And this is the library. Ooh, nice. He has a library. Sunlight streams in from floor to ceiling arched windows. The walls are lined with packed bookshelves. Damien is clearly very proud of his room. Yeah, that's awesome. Look out the window, look at the butterflies, pick up a book. That's enough of the tour. Let's look at the butterflies. Oh, he liked that. He had little hearts drift out. Nice bugs. I pinned them all myself. Maybe I could show you how sometime. I'm concerned I would stick the pin right through my finger. Look out the window, pick up a book. That's enough for the tour. Let's pick up a book.
Oh.
He loves that too. Jay, in the Victorian era, there was some controversy surrounding reading. Many people thought the more tawdry novels would encourage youth into a life of crime and would cause distraction from work and school. Naruto struggled against the chains that Sasuke had bound him with, shirtless and out of breath. He looked up at Sasuke. Sasuke smirked, unbuttoning his ninja pants. Alright, that doesn't sound like a Victorian era novel. That sounds like some smut, Damien.
What?
Okay, I think that's enough, he says. That's a rare book from my private collection. I'm gonna look out the window. Oh, he liked that too. It's a beautiful view of Damien's backyard. Are we gonna explore Damien's backwoods? in Stardew Valley. We kept talking about the backwoods. You want to see my backwoods? Okay. I can see Craig on his lawn. He's doing push-ups with his daughters on his back. Aw. Damien takes me around the back of his home, where a variety of flowers flourish in beautifully landscaped rows. A small stone path weaves through it, and butterflies flit lazily through the air. If this dude's a gardener, that takes a lot of work, man. That's practically more than a hobby. That's a profession. Look at that.
Oh.
My garden. Unless he's paying someone else to do it. Which, do we know what Damien does for a living? I'm not sure we do. Oh, well, if he's an immortal vampire, I suppose he doesn't really need to worry about it, does he? What's your favorite type of flower? Snapdragons, honeysuckle, sunflowers. Well, my personal favorite is not on the list. But I will go with honeysuckle of these three. They're all lovely, but I'll go with honeysuckle. They smell really good. And you can eat the tiniest little drop of nectar when you pull the stem out. Yep. Exactly true. I'll have to remember that when I put together a bouquet for you. Aww. He would put together a bouquet for me. Nobody's ever given me a bouquet before. I follow Damien down the footpath and admire more of his beautiful flowers. Suddenly a phone rings. Jay, will you excuse me? I must take this. He pulls his cell phone out of his pocket. I'm surprised it's not a rotary phone. Go for it. Alright, so Damien's going to go back to the house. I'm going to enjoy the garden. Uh-oh, I knocked over a gargoyle.
Fix that garg.
Oh no, fix that garg. What am I doing here? Oh, I see. Oh no. This looks like the face of it. There we go.
Goal.
Oh, we barely did it. Barely. Oh, dang. My heart was racing. That was a close one. Uh-oh, here comes Damien. He looks upset. My sincerest apologies. There's an urgent matter I must attend to. I'm afraid I must take my leave. No problem, dude. Everything all right? Uh-oh. Everything is perfectly fine, but it's Lucian. What's wrong? Oh no, what's wrong with your son? His teacher needs me to come to the school post-haste. Let me come with you. Us dads gotta stick together. You're right. This is one of Lucian's more elaborate stunts. I would greatly treasure having another parent by my side. Oh, okay, sweetie. He's just a gentle soul. Damien and I walk into the school and are immediately greeted by an anxious-looking Hugo. Hey, Damien, you're here in record time. I wouldn't miss it for the world, dear friend. This is not Hugo and Damien's first time in the My Kids Are in Trouble rodeo. What is it this time? What happened here? Ernest punched me. Lucian tried to kill me. I was not trying to kill you, dumbass. I was just trying to build a brick wall around you and see what would happen. You promised me there was wine down here. You tricked me. Lucian, did you try to cask of Amontillado, Ernest? Thanks for not freaking out too hard. I mean, it really wasn't anything to freak out about. He was just being, he's trying to do a goof. He was just being a little weird, that's all. It all worked out all right. And he got punched in the nose for his trouble, too. So, that's fine. Don't try to brick people into a wall. You won't get punched in the nose. I'd say fair is fair, and in a week of being expelled is probably a bit much, but all right. Lucian continues staring out the window. Aw, did he say he loved his dad? Well, all right. That's good. Lucian hops out of the car, slams the door, runs inside. Yeah, you guys have a lot to work out. It's tough being a vampire dad. All things considered, Lucian's bricklaying was pretty good.
Ugh.
He's just going through a phase. I really admire how you handled that. Does this kind of thing happen a lot? I want to admire how he handled that. You were a lot more diplomatic with him than I would have been. I just want what's best for him, and I don't think yelling at him would do either of us any favors. It rarely does. You're a good dad. Oh, whoa! Whoa! I got vegetables to fly out of him when I said that. That's a reaction I usually only get from Brian. See you around soon? It would be my honor and my pleasure. Damien bows with a flourish. Classy. Alright, what's our total?
Have you considered taking part in the goth lifestyle?
We got an A for that date. I think we got an S with Brian. I think with Brian we got 8,800,000 something points with him. So the Brian date went better than the Damien date. Got a package. Wonder what it is. I bet it's that package of socks I ordered. These socks reek. It's definitely not socks. It's butterflies? I almost don't even want to know what Amanda was planning on doing with these. Oh, it's addressed to Damien's house. I'll take the box to Damien. Why would I give it to Amanda? It's Damien's mail. Yeah, I'll take it over there. I'd like a chance to see the Halloween house again. I jog over to Damien's house with the box. I pull back his door knocker, but suddenly the door opens. Mr. Smith, to what do I owe the pleasure? Oh, how did you know I was about to knock? I don't know. Well, he was probably in his library at the window and saw me coming down the street. So, you know, there's that. I think this got delivered to my house by mistake. Whoa! He just spewed a bunch of vegetables again. I hand him the box and his face lights up. What a wonderful surprise. I was just about to send a strongly worded letter to the courier service about this. Many thanks. Not to pry, but what are you going to do with those butterflies? Well, obviously he's going to pin them and put them up on his wall in his library. We already looked at the butterflies that were in his library earlier today, or a couple days ago, whatever it was, in game time, when we went and had tea at his house. Would you like to see? Alarm bells ring in my head. This is how you die, Jay Smith. No! Stop being like that, Jay. Honestly. Let's go into his study, and he has a workstation. Above his desk is a wall of pinned butterflies, moths, and beetles. Yeah, we saw this. That's really something, Damien. I'm quite proud of my little collection. You do all of this yourself? Of course. I find it rather relaxing. Here, let me show you. These aren't ready quite yet. They'll need to be rehydrated overnight so they're easier to work with. I have some over here that are ready to pin. He picks up a little triangular paper package and snips off the edges. He pulls out an all-black butterfly and shows it to me. I'm rather excited about this one. It's a turquoise swallowtail. He gently opens the wings, spreading the butterfly out on the table. The backs of the wings are gorgeous. And a gorgeous iridescent green color. And the pigment on this one is so nice too. Always. Oh, anyways, pinning a butterfly is actually very simple. It just requires a delicate touch. First, I'll put a pin through the thorax. Okay. Carefully arranges the antennae with a forceps. Places the paper and more pins on and around it. He does this so effortlessly, it's almost hypnotic. I have a frame here that I think this one will look quite pretty in, but I'll need to let it sit for a couple days until it's ready. And then what? I remove all the pins and put it on display with the others. Okay. Looking at his collection, one with bright blue wings keeps drawing my eye. That one's so pretty. Damien takes it off the wall. Yes, that's a blue Morpho, one of my favorites too. He hands the small frame to me. Here, I think this would look lovely in your home. Oh, I couldn't take this. I insist. Believe me, I have more than enough. Oh, that's sweet. If you ever have an interest in pinning some insects yourself, you know where to find me. I think I'll leave that up to you. I feel like I'd probably break them in half with my butterfingers.
Oh.
Nonsense. You have beautiful, steady hands. You would make a fine taxidermist. I guess that's his method of flirting. Damien walks me to the door. Take care of yourself, Jay. Thanks for allowing me to share my odd little hobby with you. No problem, Damien.
Welcome. You've got dads.